Everyone, I'm Afi. This morning I want to talking about Indonesian culture. What about Indonesian culture? If we explore Indonesian culture through the lens of the 6D model, we can get a good overview of the deep drivers of Indonesian culture relative to other world cultures. This dimension deals with the fact that all individuals in societies are not equal. It expresses that attitude of the culture towards these inequalities amongst us. Power distance is defined as the extent to which the less powerful members of institutions and organizations within a country expect and accept that powerful is distributed unequally. Indonesian score high on these dimensions, score of 78, which means that the following characteristics the Indonesian style, being dependent on hierarchy and will rise between power holders and non-power holders. Superior is accessible, leaders are directive, management controls and delegates. Power is centralized and managers count on the obedience of their team members. Employees expect to be told what to do and when control is expected and managers are respected for their position. Communication is indirect and negative feedback hidden. High power distance also means that Indonesian workers will expect to be clearly directed by the boss or manager. It's the classic teacher-students kind of dynamic that applies to Indonesian. Westerners may be considerably surprised with the visible society expect wide and inequality disparity between the rich and poor. Individualism. Indonesia, with a score of 14, is a collectivist society. This means there is a high preference for a strongly defined social framework in which individuals are expected to conform to the ideals of the society and the in-groups to which they belong. One place this is visible clearly is the aspect of the family in the role of relationship. For example, in Indonesia, if one which has to marry, it is important to meet a woman's family because the family is so important to her. If a man wants to be taken seriously by a woman, he has to visit the latter's family and introduce himself formally to the parents of the girl. It is inappropriate to call a woman and formalize the relationship without informing the parents of the girl first. Another example of collectivist culture of Indonesia is in the equation between child and parent. Indonesian children are committed to their parents, as are the parents committed to them all their growing lives. Their desire is to make the parents' life easier. There is a desire to take care of parents and give them support in their old age. There is an Asian saying that is expected in Indonesian. You can get another wife or husband, but not another mother or father. This family loyalty is also apparent in the fact that Indonesian families keep elders, such as grandparents, at home instead of sending them to any institution. In individualist societies, the focus is on the nuclear family only. The Indonesian score 46 on these dimensions and is this considered low masculine. While not entirely like most North European countries who are very low is masculinity and thus considered feminine. Indonesian is less masculine than some other Asian countries like Japan, China, and India. In Indonesia, status and visible symbol lists of success are important, but it's not always material gain that brings motivation. Often it is the position that a person holds which is more important to them because of Indonesian concept called gengsi, loosely translated to be outward appearance. It's important that the gengsi be strongly maintained. There will be projecting a different outward appearance aimed and impressing and creating the aura of status. Anxiety avoidance. Indonesian scores 48 on these dimensions, and this has a low preference for avoiding uncertainty. This means that here is a strong preference in Indonesia toward the Javanese culture of separation of internal self from external self. When a person is upset, it is habitual for the Indonesian not to show negative emotion or anger externally. They will keep smiling and be polite no matter how angry they are inside. This also means that maintaining workplace and relationship harmony is very important in Indonesia, and no one wishes to be the transmitter of bad or negative news or feedback. Long-term orientation. Indonesian high score of 62 indicates that it has a pragmatic culture. Its society's situation, context and time, they show an ability to adapt tradition easily to change conditions, a strong propensity to have and reinsert and inventiveness and perseverance and achieving results. Indulgence. The low score of 38 in this dimension shows that Indonesia has a culture of restraint. Societies with a low score in these dimensions have a tendency to cynicism and pessimism. Also, in contrast to indulgent societies, restrained societies do not put much emphasis on leisure time and control the gratification of their desires. People with this orientation have the perception their actions are restrained by social norms and feel the indulging time themselves and somewhat wrong. I think is that all. Thank you very much.